Hello, everybody. It's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thanks so much for joining me for today's Tuesday tip. This one's going to be a little bit different. Hey, today we're going to talk home decor and how you can bring your computer and your printer into the stamp room. Let me show you what I created today. I wanted an inspirational quote in my stamp room. And so I just did a little quick Google search and I found a fabulous quote. Dream it, wish it, do it. What I want to teach you how to do today is how you're going to find your favorite quotes and you're going to incorporate them into your stamping. Guys, this is a lot of fun. So rather than head over to the stamp table, we're going to head over to the computer. All right, everybody. I am really excited to teach you how to do this. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to use our computer to do some of the dirty work for us. So you can see I have opened up my internet browser. The first thing we need to do is we need to find a great quote. So I'm going to type in here in Google, creativity quotes. You can see I've already searched it before, so it's going to pop up here for me. There's going to be a lot of different places that you can go to look for these quotes. This one right here actually caught my eye right away. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Good old Maya Angelou. I love it. So I'm going to click on that one. And it's going to take me to a website. And I'm just going to scroll until I find that quote again. And look, I can even copy and paste it. Yay, they've made it easy for us. So I'm going to copy that. Good. I've got everything I need, so I'm ready to create. So we're going to come over here to Microsoft Word. Yeah, guys, you're going to do this with Microsoft Word. It's going to make it so easy. I'm going to create a blank document. This, again, is just going to be 8.5 by 11. And here's the key that I want you guys to keep in mind. We could just paste it. Well, that's not very exciting, right? So let's take that off. I'm going to have you do an insert. See this insert menu up here? And we're going to scroll over here to the word text box, and we're going to draw a text box. And you can make it, you can see we can kind of make that any size. I really need to kind of fill up this space. Now, before I stop drawing, I need to keep in mind, this is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, but remember a frame is 8 by 10. So I know I'm going to lose a 1/2 inch on the sides and I'm going to lose 1 inch at the bottom. Now, guys, I'm going to be honest, we're just eyeballing. All right, we don't have to go crazy. But this I can kind of see, okay, there's about 1 inch there that I can take off. And then here on the sides, it looks like I've got plenty of room. And if you want to change this, look, you just click it and you're just going to drag that little arrow is going to allow you to change the size. All right, so whatever size you want it to be, I of course want some really big text. So there's my text box. Now inside that text box, I'm now going to paste my beautiful quote. Are you ready to have some fun? Now you get to play with fonts. I love working with fonts. So you guys probably have like 1,000,001 fonts on your computer. All right, there's so many different ones. Pick one that makes you happy. I just chose Noteworthy. I thought it was a sweet little font. I know some of you have downloaded a lot of fonts. You really enjoy playing with fonts. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. I don't want it to just be plain all the way through. I'm going to take the word creativity and I'm going to give it a different font. Kind of fun, right? Now let's take it one step further. Let's say you can't use up creativity. I'm real quick going to break up these sentences. The more you use, let's take the word use, and we're going to make that this other font. The more you have, and we're going to give that a different font. That's going to kind of help it stand out a little bit more. Now we need to make this sentiment a lot bigger. And real quick, I am going to move my author's name down as well. So now I'm going to take just my sentiment, just my quote here, and we're going to make it bigger. So I'm going to come here to the different font sizes. Let's go ahead and take it as big as we can. Oh, okay, that's a little too big. You can see my author's name has fallen off the bottom. It's just too big. And I did that at 72. Let's take it down to 70 and see what we get. Nope, still not enough. Let's go down 60 and see what we get. Now we're getting somewhere. Can you see? That's going to fit really nice in that box.
I can make Maya's name a little bit bigger now and kind of balance things out a little bit more. That looks good. You know what? Watch what I'm going to do here. Ooh, that looks very nice now. I'm liking that. So we can, as I said, anytime you need to change things on this box, look at that. You can just kind of move things around. And I am very, very happy with what I have right now. That looks great to me. Now, here's something that you might not notice. See this black box in my text area? I really do want to get rid of that. Now, one thing before we do that, we're using this as a visual. I'm going to drag up the bottom of this. And can you see, I kind of want to make sure I have everything centered in that box. But now I need to center this box within my cardstock. So I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to, I did a little right click and see down here, it says format shape. Okay, well, we're going to come over here. I'm over here now. And we have shape options. And we are going to take the line and we want to say no line. I don't want a line around that text box. Hey, look at that. But you know what? I can still move it around. I can still do things with it, but there's no box around it anymore. And no, I do not want that. I'm going to show you how I'm going to center this up in my cardstock. So here on my page. So I've got it selected. You can see my text box is selected. Let's come up here to layout. And do you see this box that says position? This is going to, I have all these different options. I can put it in the corner. I can put it in this bottom corner. I can do everything. I want it right smack in the middle. That is going to allow me to know how I can cut 1/2 inch from the top, 1/2 inch from the bottom, and that's going to get me 10 inches. I can go 1/4 inch from this side and 1/4 inch from this side, and I'm now going to have 8 by 10, but that's going to ensure this is going to stay centered, okay? If you wanted to change the color, this would be a great time that you can highlight it. I'm going to come back over to the home button, and you can see here I can change the text to any color I want. So you've got a lot of great color options. You can go to this more color, and let me click on this little color wheel up here. Look at this, man. I can literally find the exact color that I want. Can you see? You just move that around. It's pretty awesome. All right. But you know what? I'm still going to go with black on mine. I just like the way that looks. So there is my quote. So there we go. This is now ready to print. I'm going to print this, and then we're going to take it back into my stamp studio, and we're going to make it beautiful.
And here we go. We are all printed. So let me share with you how to do the cutting. So this is going to fit in an 8 by 10 frame. So I've got 11 inches here. So that means I need to take a 1/2 inch off at the top and a 1/2 inch off at the bottom. So we'll go ahead and remove those. There's 1/2 inch and the other 1/2 inch. So that's now 10 inches. Now this piece is 8.5 inches across. So I just need to take a 1/4 inch off each side. And now I've got my 8 by 10. Now comes the creativity part. And this is where I'm going to let you have fun. Let me bring in the one that I did earlier today, the one that was my inspiration. This quote I absolutely love. Dream it, wish it, do it. And I want to show you how I did my stamping. I decided to come in with the ornate style stamp set. I loved that great big image there. And this little swirly that I put kind of around my sentiment. I just stamped in my tuxedo black, and I came along with my Stampin' Blends, and I made those kind of match the decor I wanted to go with. And here's the thing, I could also add die cuts. I could also add punches. I could have gone and stamped all the way around this. Guys, this is the creative part. This is where you get to have fun. Take a look at those stamps that you have, and don't forget about your die cuts and your punches too. There's going to be some great things that you can add to this. Now, I will tell you though, I kept this one flat because I was going to put it in a regular 8 by 10 frame, just a regular frame. What I didn't know was that the frame that I had was actually a shadow box. I had no idea when I pulled it out that it was actually a shadow box. What that tells me is that I can come along and I can add some popped images. I can add some popped die cuts and things. So I can add real dimension inside this shadow box. So depending on your frame will also be determined on how you do things. But you know what? That's okay, because I'm sitting here staring at this really super cute new sentiment and new quote that I'm going to be able to stamp. And I'm definitely coming back in and using some of my fabulous die cuts and add some real dimension to this one. There you go, everybody. See, I told you it really was pretty simple. Now, I do want to tell you, when I saw the project today after I finished it, I thought, oh, this is going to make a great Christmas gift. I love to create handmade gifts. And what I thought about with this would be great if I had maybe 7 or 8 different inserts, things that the recipient could use all year long. I could create a sentiment about family, about love, maybe around the different holidays. I'm going to have plenty of time now to get started. I can create some images, get those colored in. Yep, I know this is going to be a really well received gift. Now, I do have a free download for you today. If you like the 2 sentiments I used today, I decided to save those, and I've got those waiting for you over at simplysimplestamping.com. Here's where you can find it. Just look down in the YouTube description. You're going to see a link that'll take you right over to today's blog post, and I've got the download for those 2 quotes that I used today. So at least you've got something you can get started, just a way to get yourself going. Then I want you to start and create your own. Go out, Google search, find those quotes that you love, and start to create your own pieces of artwork. Guys, it's going to be a ton of fun, I promise. I think you might find it's a little more addicting than you think. So that is all for me. Thank you for joining me for today's project. Have a fabulous day, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.